Hey everyone, so in this video we're going to fix the problem many people have with WidowMaker. Yes, the sniper character everyone hates for sniping. I'll say this at the beginning just to get it out there and get it out the way. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with Widow. It's just a sniper sniping. It's what snipers do. Like in every shooter game, every sniper has a one-shot. She's already super vulnerable when you're in her face, and in my opinion, very easy to deal with. People just need to learn to play around the walls. But maybe this is because I main Doomfist, who is kind of entirely designed to take her out. So I've never really had a problem or felt threatened by a Widowmaker. So yeah, it's not that much of a problem if you play a character that dives in onto her or can respect her angles. But this season, just about everyone has her as an S tier character, which essentially means they play against widows who have really good aim. Because if a widow can't aim, then the entire team loses. It really is a character that rewards skill, which I think is a good thing. When I get shot in the head, I know that's because it was entirely a skill issue or a skill subject. As in, the widow had really good aim, which most people don't have, and I didn't respect the corners or the walls, which most people don't do. The issue is that snipers generally still must do a lot of damage. So I feel that even if we bring down the damage, because she has to do a lot of damage to begin with, like she's a sniper, that's how they operate. But even if they do bring down the damage of a Widowmaker, I think people are going to complain just as much about getting 2 shots that they do now about getting 1 shot. Especially because you're almost never at full health too, right? So just doing that high amount of damage is going to feel like you're getting 1 shot. Anyways, despite my feelings, I'm going to take into consideration the issues that all the people have with Widow, specifically her 1 shot, and try to see if I can find something everyone could be okay with. Remember, this is a how to fix just for one aspect of Widow. In this video, it's just her 1-shot capabilities, not her HP, not her grapple, not her venom mines or anything like that. And later, based off of the feedback in the comments that, you know, you and I talk together, I read through every comment in these videos, well, in all my videos, really. I'm going to make a more holistic, complete rework video of Widowmaker based off of what everybody says. So stay tuned for that video. There's a few characters I have to go back and do the complete rework for, and I'm working on those now. And so yeah, so also don't forget that after the main proposals, in this one I'm going to limit it to 3. I think these ones forward I'm going to be limiting them to 3 because sometimes it just gets out of hand, all the ideas I have. So after the initial proposal, I do a wild card idea, and yeah, so stay tuned for, well, keep listening for that one. Anyways, with that, let's begin. So the first thing I'm going to suggest is a reverse fall off, and this isn't an entirely new idea. If you're around Reddit or places like that, I'm sure you've heard maybe 1 or 2 people kind of suggest this. And the way this works is that the closer Widow is to the target, the less damage she does. This way, getting those easy shots when someone is close doesn't necessarily kill them. It also puts her at extreme risk or danger when people get really close to her, because she can't just back up, calm down, and shoot them in the head, which I think is a skill in and of itself. At the same time, if she's able to get a very long shot and shoots you, that you most likely deserved to die, because she was able to hit your body from, well, let's say your head, from that far of a distance away. So that it's a complete skill thing. Like there was probably plenty of walls you could have hid behind, and there was her being able to click on you from that far away deserves some sort of reward. So this kind of, the way you're going to be seeing these are going to be kind of mapped out is there is pros and cons that reward her for skill, but also allows you to fight back, or allows you to not as easily get shot. As in, that if you do get shot in the head, it's your fault. So yeah. So on to the next one. So the second one is a mechanic I call the huntress. The way this would work is that when a widow has you on her scope for about 2 seconds, then you get a status called prey, or prey status, or maybe a huntress status, I don't know. Anyways, it's kind of like the Discord orb. You will know that you have this prey status on you. It lasts about 5 seconds, and during that time, the damage that she does will do 1.3 times damage, or will enable her to get the headshot multiplier. And if this ability is not activated, then she doesn't get the big 1 headshot multiplier that she normally gets. But if it is activated, all her damage is 1.3 times damage. The only way to lose this spray status is to get out of the line of sight for, let's say, maybe 2 seconds. This gives you a chance to get out of the way if you have the prey status on, and if you do get one shot, you know that it is entirely your fault because you know that that widow has been following you for a while, like keeping you in her scope for a while. It's not that you just kind of turned around a corner and got, shot in the head and died. And also, when her ultimate is activated, she can prey on people through walls. This will allow her to get that one-shot kill when you turn a corner. The huntress mechanic can only be applied to one person at a time. So yeah, I think this would be pretty annoying for this would be pretty annoying for widows. But what I can see happening with this is the base 1.3 multiplier, even for body shots, would make it worth it. And you will know that, hey man, she's been looking at me for 2 seconds. I had the chance to get out the way, but I didn't do it. So now this is my fault. And I'm thinking maybe with this mechanic, you will see the 2 second cooldown. Well, not the 2 second meter of the prey status kind of getting filled up. So you know that after 2 seconds, you're in her line of sight. She's been tracking you. So get out the way while it's filling up, because you're going to get hit for 1.3 damage, whatever she does now. But the only way this would work is if she doesn't get that super multiplier headshot thing, which I think would be a little weird. But this is one I'm very interested in for your suggestions on, because I think there's ways to make this work. It's very unique, and I think it'd be cool to kind of build things around this. Well, this one and the wild card idea. Hey everyone, if you're still watching, it means you're probably enjoying the video. So please like and subscribe, and maybe leave a message too, as it helps for the algorithm, which helps me keep making these videos. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter to keep up with everything. And if you have a chance, check out my Patreon. It's one of the best ways to support the channel to allow me to keep doing what I do. So yeah, thanks everyone. Anyways, the third idea is it's much simpler. This would kind of make her more of a mid-range character, but lower high damage but much faster attack speed. So I mean reducing her charge time, her damage, and the time between shots by like a third. This way you know that the first shot won't kill you, but if you get hit by the subsequent shot, the widow hits you twice in a row. Like you deserve to die. It's making more work for the widow, but again, like everything else I suggested, you know that when you do die, there was things you could have done to prevent it from happening. Plus, almost everyone has an escape button now, right? Like there's a button you press and you're almost immediately out of the way. So if you don't get out of the way, I feel like that would be your fault. Okay, guys, now for the wild card, and maybe I'll call it Venom. I'm not sure, but now all of Widow's damage is done over time. Everything now is venomous. All her damage now has a 1.2. Well, all her damage now does 20% more damage, but is applied over 5 seconds and can be stacked. You can still be healed while you're going through while you're poisoned. I know it's venomous, but I don't know when it's actually in you. Have you been venomized or something? I don't know, or whatever the toxic effect would be called. But yeah, you can still be healed while you're going through the venom state. But you are at great risk because there's a lot of damage that can be applied to you if you don't do something to handle it. So this keeps her high damage available because she is a sniper. She should be doing a lot of damage, and lets you know that if you do die from this, it's entirely your fault again because you had ample time to fix it. There's so many ways to kind of deal with damage over time now, because there's a lot of methods to cleanse yourself, whether it's Zarya's bubble or Kiriko's Suzu, and there are enough characters that can heal several characters at the same time now. So you know that you weren't cheated out of anything. It doesn't feel cheap. You know that it's entirely your fault. And I do like the concept of putting the responsibility on the player themselves. And also, I think aesthetically, this would be really cool. Like a whole poison toxic character in Overwatch. It adds to it doesn't just add to it. It kind of goes along with the Overwatch twist on play style and everything like that, because instead of just having a normal video game sniper character, this is now like a poison sniper. That's pretty cool. And her name is Widow. And imagine having 2 grapple hooks so she could like swing around like Spider-Man and maybe stick onto walls for like 2 seconds on a cooldown. That would be so cool. But again, this video is just for the one shot, so I'm gonna focus on that. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about these Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and based off the comments, I'm going to make, like I said earlier, I'm going to make a follow-up complete reworked video based off of your suggestions. Argue with each other. I've gotten into a few arguments down there too, and it's always fun. It's always friendly. Stay friendly, folks. And yeah, I'm excited for this one. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on all social media platforms at JPBadjo. And also don't forget that I love you.